Welcome back to our journey, everyone. This is week 3, and we're diving deep into a topic that is truly fascinating: the incredible impact of fasting on our brain and mind. You might think fasting is all about physical endurance, but what happens inside our heads is nothing short of magical. So, let's uncover the science and spirituality behind how fasting transforms our mental and emotional well-being. Let's start with what happens the moment you begin to fast. It's like a switch is flipped inside your brain and a cascade of beneficial chemicals is released. One of the stars of this show is a protein called Brain-Derived Neurotrophic Factor, or BDNF for short. Think of BDNF as a miracle grow for your brain cells. When its levels go up during fasting, it starts repairing your neurons, strengthening the connections between them. This is huge. It means your memory gets a significant boost. You'll find it easier to recall information, and things just feel clearer. Not only that, but your focus sharpens, and your capacity for learning new things actually increases. It's like upgrading your brain's hardware. But the brain's chemical party doesn't stop there. Fasting also has a profound effect on our mood-regulating neurotransmitters, specifically serotonin and dopamine. You've probably heard of serotonin as the happiness hormone. During a fast, your body naturally increases its production. This leads to a noticeable improvement in your mood, a sense of well-being, and a more positive outlook on life. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with reward and motivation, also gets a boost, helping you feel more driven and engaged. So, when scientific studies conclude that fasting increases BDNF and serotonin, they're essentially saying that fasting is a natural way to uplift both your brain function and your mood. From an Islamic perspective, this aligns perfectly with the spiritual teachings. Fasting is designed to teach us patience and self-control. This isn't just a spiritual exercise. It's an incredibly healthy practice for the brain. By consciously choosing to abstain from our immediate desires, we are training our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for executive functions like decision-making and impulse control. So, the spiritual discipline of fasting beautifully complements the neurochemical changes, creating a holistic improvement in our mental state. It's a powerful synergy between faith and biology. Now, let's talk about something we could all use less of in our lives: stress. We live in a world that's constantly demanding our attention, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Well, fasting offers a natural antidote. When we fast, our body initiates a remarkable process of rebalancing our stress hormones. The main player here is cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, and while it's necessary in small doses for our fight-or-flight response, chronically high levels can lead to anxiety, burnout, and a host of other health problems. During fasting, the body naturally regulates the production of cortisol, bringing it down to healthier levels. The effect is almost immediate. You begin to feel a sense of calm wash over you. The constant feeling of being on edge starts to fade, replaced by a feeling of peace and tranquility. That persistent anxiety that might have been a constant companion begins to recede. This isn't just a subjective feeling, it's a physiological response to the body's internal environment becoming more balanced and less reactive. And again, this scientific finding is beautifully mirrored in Islamic wisdom. A core teaching about fasting in Ramadan is that it helps reduce anger and teaches patience. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, advised that if someone tries to provoke you while you're fasting, you should simply say, "I am fasting." This is a practical tool for de-escalation and self-regulation. When you combine the spiritual instruction to remain patient with the physiological reduction in stress hormones, you create a powerful formula for emotional stability. It's a state where both the brain and the emotions come into a beautiful, harmonious balance, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and composure. So, not only are we feeling happier and calmer, but our cognitive function also gets a serious upgrade. Let's explore how fasting sharpens our focus, memory, and creativity. You might think that not eating would make you feel sluggish and unfocused, but often the opposite is true, especially once your body adapts. Here's why. It's all about how your brain gets its fuel. Normally, when we eat meals throughout the day, especially ones high in sugar and simple carbs, our blood sugar levels spike and then crash. This roller coaster can leave our brains feeling foggy and tired during a fast. However, the body switches its primary fuel source. Instead of relying on a constant supply of glucose from food, it starts to burn stored fat, producing something called ketones. Ketones are an incredibly efficient and stable fuel source for the brain. This means your brain gets a slow, steady release of energy without the dramatic spikes and dips. The result? Your ability to focus for extended periods improves dramatically. That afternoon slump becomes a thing of the past. Your memory becomes sharper and more reliable because your brain cells are firing more efficiently. And what about creativity? Many people report that during fasting, ideas flow more naturally and they can think outside the box more easily. This state of heightened mental clarity is no accident. It's as a direct result of the brain being optimally fueled and free from the constant distraction of digestion and blood sugar fluctuations. This state of enhanced cognition has been sought by spiritual figures and thinkers for centuries. Prophets, scholars, and mystics throughout history have used fasting as a tool to gain deeper knowledge and insight. By quieting the body's demands, they were able to heighten their spiritual and intellectual senses. They used this period of clarity for deep thinking, reflection, and prayer, leading to profound spiritual experiences and intellectual breakthroughs. It's a testament to the idea that when we discipline the body, we can unleash the full potential of the mind and spirit. Finally, let's tackle one of the most challenging human emotions: anger. Controlling our anger is a struggle that both modern neuroscience and ancient wisdom traditions have grappled with. It's an intense, powerful emotion that can easily overwhelm our rational minds. What's incredible is that fasting provides a natural built-in mechanism for better anger management. From a neuroscience perspective, it works on multiple levels. As we've already discussed, fasting helps regulate and reduce the body's stress hormones, like cortisol. When we're less stressed and anxious to begin with, we're less likely to be triggered into an angry response. But there's more. Fasting also appears to increase the levels of calming neurotransmitters in the brain, such as serotonin, which we know improves mood, and GABA, which is the brain's primary inhibitory neurotransmitter. More GABA means your brain is better able to put the brakes on impulsive emotional reactions, including anger. This results in a marked improvement in your overall emotional control. You become less reactive and more responsive, able to pause and choose how you want to act instead of being hijacked by your emotions. This scientific understanding gives new depth to the Islamic teachings on anger and fasting. There is a famous saying in Islam: "The strong man is not the one who can wrestle others down, but the one who controls himself when he is angry." Fasting is the training ground for developing this strength. The reward promised for someone who fasts and controls their anger isn't just a spiritual one in the afterlife. It's a tangible, psychological benefit experienced right here and now. You gain peace of mind, improved relationships, and a greater sense of self. It's the ultimate win-win, where the spiritual discipline directly leads to profound psychological health and well-being. The benefits are intertwined, showing how a single act of devotion can nourish the soul, mind, and body all at once. So, as we continue through this journey of fasting, remember that you're not just abstaining from food and drink. You are actively rewiring your brain for happiness, calm, and clarity. You're reparticipating in a practice that has been validated by both centuries of spiritual wisdom and cutting-edge neuroscience. Embrace this transformation. Pay attention to the subtle shifts in your mood and mindset, and celebrate the incredible power you have to cultivate a healthier, more balanced inner world. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this gives you a new appreciation for the amazing things happening in your brain this month. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. I'll see you in the next one. Ramzan Mubarak.